how do we simply, quickly unpack Joel's prophecy? By recognizing that, in essence, it deals with two events. Event number one, the invasion of locusts. And Joel uses the metaphor of the locusts and drought to renew, to reissue the call to repentance. What the locust swarm has left, the great locusts have eaten. What the great locusts have left, the young locusts have eaten. What the young locusts have left, other locusts have eaten. And so in Joel's mind or imagery, this revolving door of calamity after calamity aims to bring about the purification that leads to the restoration of God's people through their suffering. So the second event that is present in Joel's vision is the outpouring of the Spirit. I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. No matter how deep and disastrous the calamity may be, God says, I'll repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. And afterward, I will pour out my Spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your old men will dream dreams. Your young men will see visions. This is how I will repay you, by pouring out the divine life-giving Holy Spirit. And there is a little section, chapters 2 and 3, that describes the day of the Lord. And it refers to as the end time. And this reminder issues a divine call to repentance, with predictions of physical restoration, of spiritual restoration, and national restoration. So what is Joel on about? He reminds God's people that God is mighty enough to deal with his people's complacency, no matter how abysmal it may be. Secondly, that God is mighty enough to deal with regional forces or plagues, with all the forces that might cause damage, and he can stop them anytime the people of God are ready. Joel's prophecy also issues the call, the reminder that God is mighty enough to restore his people to a spiritual brilliance as long as they return to trust in him and to reverence.